Hello everyone, welcome back. We are now in Chapter 3, Unit 2, Strategic Pricing with Market Segmentation, Targeting and Positioning. Now in this theme, we will be discussing how price can be effectively used to position in the competitive terrain or in the market. So as we discussed in the very first chapter and the second chapter, and as we will be discussing in the forthcoming chapter, so throughout that book, positioning is the ultimate form of strategy, or in other words, strategy is positioning. This is emphasized by Henry Mintzberg as well as emphasized by Michael Porter, and most of the strategy gurus now collectively understand strategizing means positioning. So according to Porter, for example, positioning is creating a difference, either on the basis of cost leadership or on the basis of differentiation strategy. Now how can we use price to achieve such a competitive position in the market, such a different, unique, competitive position in the market so that the company can achieve a competitive advantage? So the very first principle or the idea that we have to emphasize is that the price cannot be used on its own for strategic positioning. So price is not an isolated decision, which is the way the neoclassical economic model of pricing as well as accounting model of pricing implies or considers. In a strategic sense, we now emphasize price has to be combined with other marketing mix elements to create a different, unique, a competitive or a strategic position in the market. So price is just one key element of a totality of elements that we collectively use to position our goods, services, brands or company image in the competitive condition or in the market differently from our competitors. So therefore, the key idea is that there's a marketing mix. There are few other elements with which the price has to be combined. They are product, place, promotion together with price. So the marketing people usually call this 4 P's, the marketing mix: product, price, place and promotion. So we got to use all these 4 things collectively. So the price has to match the product, place and promotion decisions. So each of these elements has to match well to create an effective positioning strategy. And then when we are creating such a positioning strategy, through the collective use of these at least 4 key elements of product, price, place and promotion, we follow or we think about 3 key activities or 3 key strategic dimensions or analysis. The first one is we call market segmentation, and then comes targeting, and then comes positioning. STP: segmentation, targeting and positioning. Now in this contemporary highly competitive world, most of the markets are segmented. Most of the markets are highly differentiated on the basis of different segment profile. There are different customer groups. Everybody in the market doesn't want the same thing. The market is differentiated, market is segmented. Therefore, the first part or the first key strategic analysis in positioning our products, our brands, our company image in the market is to identify the manner in which the markets are segmented. The market may be segmented on the basis of geographic variables. For some products, geographic variables will be very critical. And some other products, it might be demographic variables. The market is predominantly segmented on the basis of demographic variables for some products. And then it could be even psychographic variables. And then finally, it could be even behavioral variables. So at least there are 4 key categories of variables according to which we can analyze the market segmentation. They are geographic segmentation, demographic segmentation, psychographic segmentation, or behavioral segmentation. So using any of these segmentation variable or few of them collectively, we should understand the manner in which the market is segmented, how the customer groups are differently created. So that's what you call segmentation. So when you do that kind of analysis, at the end of that kind of analysis, you will create a market segment profile. How many key segments are there in the market regarding this product? And then how can we compare those segments? For example, in terms of segment size, segment growth rate, the rivalry among the firms in that particular segment, and so on. So in other words, we are assessing how attractive those segments are and whether we can actually compete in that particular segment. So the purpose of developing a segment profile is to assess whether that segment is good enough for us and whether we are good enough for that particular segment. So if you remember that portfolio planning models we discussed in Chapter 2, very similar. We are assessing each segment in terms of whether that segment is very attractive, profitable enough, big enough, is it growing, and so on. And then whether our strengths and weaknesses, our own capacities, our own product can effectively compete in that segment. So on that basis, then we go to the second activity, that is targeting, so that we can decide then, target, these are the specific segments we are going to compete. Are we going to compete all these segments, or are we going to select a specific set of segments, or a 1 or 2 or 3, like that, specific number of segments in which we concentrate our activities, our selling. So that's what you call targeting. So once we target a specific segment, then we have to position. How do we position? We create specific, unique marketing mix for each segment. We combine the product, price, place, and promotion activities to suit those market segments. So in that particular segment, we mobilize 4 P's, or price, product, and place, and promotion combination to position our brand, our image, our goods, and our services. And ultimately, by doing that, we create a word in the mind of the customer, ultimate place where we position our idea, our brand, our product concept is in the mind of the customer. In a broader sense, we are trying to own a word in the mind of the customer. Therefore, the customer will know our product, will love our product, and be with our product. So that's the way the marketing people think about this strategic pricing or strategic positioning in a broader sense. So When it comes to the strategic positioning dimension, pricing is a critical decision, but that decision cannot be done on its own. Pricing has to be combined with the other marketing mix variables. The product, price, place and promotion, they all has to decide as a package. They all come together as a positioning package. And when you are using that 4 marketing mix variables as a strategic package, then we first segment the market, then target the market, and then use those 4 P's to position. So that's strategic pricing with market segmentation, targeting, and positioning. In our next discussion, we will be discussing 2 key pricing techniques: life cycle costing and target costing. Until that, thank you very much for watching this video. See you again.